Hello and welcome to the beautiful lush Manawatu region located in the lower half of the North Island of New Zealand. We invite you to enjoy our coverage of the Manawatu Festival of Cycling and the main event, the UCI Gravel and Tar Classic. Massey University attracts people from all over the world and is an international centre for agri-science and research. The arts are a significant part of our regional identity. Palmerston North hosts many national and international events, and it is the regional hub for business and distribution. Let's hear from Steve Stannard, who created this exciting race.
I wanted to create a race that was really demanding for these elite riders, physically and technically very difficult, a race unlike anything else on the calendar, a race that truly is testing the physical limits of the riders.
UCI Gravel and Tar Classic 2018. It's a beautiful morning here at Cycling Central in George Street, Palmerston North, and people are arriving to register for the Manawatu Festival of Cycling events that are taking place this weekend. One of the highlights is the Retro Ride, a unique event where riders dress up in period costume to match their period bikes. Looks like fun. Our elite riders are also beginning to arrive for the main event, the UCI Gravel and Tar Classic, as are the riders entering the Grand Fondo for the Sportif riders, the River Path Challenge for the mums, dads, kids and grandparents, and of course the Mountain Bike Club have got the Kahutawara Challenge riders also, so they're here too. Cycling fans are in for a special provincial Kiwi festival here in George Street, where the cafe, restaurant and retail owners are adding a true Kiwi style flavour.
Okay, John, here we go. The big event of the day, the UCI Classic. 135 kilometres of gravel and tar.
Well, 11 quality teams, Mike. It's phenomenal. These guys have been in the city for a week and they've loved the region, but here they are. They're here to do a job.
Absolutely, and we're underway. And only 5Ks into it and the brakes are starting already. The pace is absolutely screaming as they head towards Ashes. We're only 15Ks into it now, and we've already got a break of 13 quality riders.
Mike, the riders are now going into the beautiful Pohongona Valley. It might be beautiful today with gorgeous walks and forests, but my God, it'll be tough.
It's a very demanding piece of road. Then they hit the gravel, and that's going to be the real test.
Well, race director Steve Stannard said this is like the Paris-Roubaix of our end of the world. 40Ks of it.
And here we see it, John. First puncher of the day, Luke Mudgway, New Zealand. He's already in trouble.
Oh, the frustration for them. There'll be a lot more of those today, I'd imagine.
And here we go, John. Hayden McCormick, one of the pre-race favourites. He's already starting to charge.
Mike, what a magnificent day in the valley. It's already over 30 degrees. How will these guys be coping?
It's really tough out there. There's plenty of hydration going on. They're already starting that second circuit of the valley now, so the pressure's going to be coming on very, very soon. This is their front group, and we've got one rider who's obviously enjoying it. Luke suffered a puncture earlier. He's back with the group, looking good.
We all know about this gravel, but it's endurance and luck the riders are telling me, Mike.
Absolutely. You've got to have good endurance. You've got to be fit, but there's a hell of a lot of luck that goes into riding on gravel. Riders have now finished the Rahongana Valley rotation and they're up on the finish road, the first really tough gravel climb of the day. This is going to be where the rubber hits the road, so to speak, and we could see this bike race potentially just blow apart.
Oh, Mike, race news from Robert Stannard. What's happening to him out there?
Yeah, just heard through on the radio, John, that he's punctured, leading at the time. It's going to be difficult for him to get a wheel at this time. Narrow roads. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Oh, race favourite, my word.
Front of the bike race, Ethan Behrens, Team Mobius Australia, Michael Torkler, Blind Directs New Zealand. They're leading the charge to the line. And now joined by Hayden McCormick. This potentially is the race-winning move. McCormick's looked strong all day. He's had a little bit of bad luck, but he's there and he's going to be there towards the finish.
For the last gravel section of the day, running along the Manawatu River. It's a beautiful part of New Zealand, but my golly, look at that gravel. It's part of the journey. It's only probably 8 to 10 k's from home.
Plenty of dust about, John. These guys have really suffered through almost 135 k's. Oh no! Hayden McCormick, one of the leaders. Third puncher of the day. John, we talked about luck and I think Hayden's just used all of his up.
Here's our leaders exiting the gravel pit. That's the end of the gravel today.
Story of the day, John. Charging hard. 3 punches, new wheel, Hayden McCormick.
Hey Mike, look, these two guys, they've been working hard all day. What will be their tactics as they come home in the last 5Ks?
They'll be looking at each other, John, thinking who's got the legs for the sprint finish, and it's going to come down to a sprint finish. Do I lead out? Do I follow? What's the best way to beat the guy that I'm with? Here they are, John, 200 metres before the line. It's the Australian leading the New Zealander, Behrens from Australia. Torkler's coming at him though. Has Torkler got the legs? Has Torkler got the legs? No! Behrens takes it. Superb win on a very hard day.
Ethan Behrens, winner of the 2018 Gravel and Tar Classic. And Ethan, congratulations. First of all, your thoughts on that finale, crossing the line with Michael Torkler there. Very tight end to a hard day in the saddle.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I think it's going to take a couple of days to sink in, but over the moon right now. The other guys had such a good ride. The whole team did well. They put me in a perfect position for the whole race, and yeah, I was just able to pull it off in the sprint.
Third place, Hayden McCormick. So how is it really now? How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, that's bike racing. If you're flat, you're flat. No, I mean, it's racing and it happens, and hopefully I'll be back next year to try and win it.
We love having you here, mate, and you were outstanding. Great to finish the way you did, given the circumstances. But you've had a great few weeks in particular, and all the very best for next year. And the person that came second was Michael Torkler, Blinds Direct. So, Michael, today was tough. What to you was the toughest part in terms of this track?
Yeah, the toughest bit was probably that last section of gravel. I just sort of missed my line coming onto it and had to chase for most of that gravel section to get back on, and that really took it out of me, I think.
Michael Torkler, well done and thank you. Love to see you next year. And Ethan Behrens of Mobius Bridge Lane, let's call him up. You know, your peers must be looking at you today and saying, what did he have to win this thing, and, you know, what does it take? But you did it, and you've come from Australia, you've come here and you've cleaned up. Now that must feel good.
Yeah, it sure does. Coming here last year and getting a flat halfway through the race, and then not having a wheel for another 10 minutes afterwards kind of destroyed my chances, and I was pretty keen to come back this year and give it a good crack, and that's what we did. We did it all as a team. The whole team rode really well, and yeah, I'm stoked.
So, okay, just for the Manawatu people, how do you rate the region now that you've been here a week almost, and You've had a race here and you're seeing a little bit about it. What's the feeling?
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful place to ride. We spent a few weeks here last year as well, and we absolutely love coming back. It's almost like a second home by now. And yeah, Steve and his team have done an amazing job of putting on such an awesome race. And yeah, I really hope we can come back next year.
How good's that, everybody? So Ethan Behrens, he's the winner of the Gravel and Tar, the UCI event. He gets the points, he gets the kudos, and deserves it all. So well done.